I've just been tidying up the workshop, and I came across this piece here that I did a little while ago. I don't know if some of you remember me doing this. It was part of a vase that I was making, and I didn't really like all the purple in it, so I left it out and just did some more darker woods. Made that and videos up on YouTube. So I thought what I'd do with this, I thought it's a shame to waste it, because there's some really good nice bits of wood in there. So you've got the purple heart in there, a bit of Padook. I don't know what the other one is, but I thought I'd try and make a little lidded box out of it. I'm going to need to hollow it out a little bit more, make it a little bit bigger, put a base on it, and then put a lid on it, and then hopefully it will become a nice little box for someone, rather than it just being sat there in the shed doing nothing. Let's give it a bash. Okay, so I've hollowed that out a little bit more, so it's a little bit larger, and I've put a sort of like a recess in here, so I kind of imagine the lid just sitting on inside that, and sitting on top of that lip there. Again, as this is a scrap bit of wood, I'm going to try and do the rest of it. So what I'm going to try and do is try and make the rest of it out of scrap pieces of wood that I've got hanging around. So I found this. I don't know what it was. No idea. I'm not actually too sure what kind of wood it is either. But I'm going to try and sand this down a bit, and then I'm going to try and glue this to the bottom, to the base, and then we can use that as the base. So I'll get on and do that, sanding that down now. Right, okay, so we're going to super glue this, not super glue, Gorilla Glue this base to this ring. I've sanded it down, and when you're sanding, you've got to make sure that you get a really flat surface on both if you're going to try and glue things together. It's pretty important really that you make sure this is dead flat, and so is this piece, so it sits together quite nicely, with no gaps. That's what you want, really, no gaps at the bottom. So if you can see any gaps when you're putting something together, it's not brilliant, so you really want to make sure this is all sanded down. I mean, I've put this in the I've got a belt sander, so I put that in there, and the same with this, and it's pretty good now. I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm going to glue this, and then you want a load of clamps, just basically to clamp this down tight, and then what we'll do is we'll put that back on the lathe, and then we'll finish the base off how we want it to be, and then we'll start thinking about the lid. So I'm going to use the Gorilla Glue, which at the moment I believe is the best glue that I've found. Anyway, it's pretty good stuff. So I'm just going to put a good amount of glue, and basically I'm going to glue both surfaces, and I'm going to just rub all that glue in there, just get it all round. Try not to get it in the centre as I've done, just really the areas that you really need the glue. So there we go. It's clamped down pretty tight. Use 4 clamps. These are Stanley Clamps, pretty good ones. Got these off of B&Q, but they sell these clamps anywhere really, any DIY store, on the internet, eBay. So just clamp that down really tight. I'm going to leave that for a good few hours, if not overnight, and then we'll come back and we'll shape it up and start looking at the lid. Agree that that looks pretty awesome. I'm loving the colours in this, and I'll tell you what, this shellac, I know I've mentioned this a few times, but it's just the best thing that I've ever come across to shine up your work. I mean, I would 100% recommend this. Sheila Wax Woodturner's Friction Polish. Okay, so now we need to find a lid for this little pot. Not really too sure what kind of colour we're going to go for. I mean, it's got quite a lot of colours in as it is, so I think anything's going to look quite nice, but we'll have a look. Alright, so I'm going to go with this chestnut blank that I used for another project, well, that teapot I did. So this will make a nice lid, I think. So what we need to do is we just need to make sure that this fits inside there. So almost there, really. So, I finished. Here we go. There's the finished pot. You can see the top there, and I finished the bottom. What I've done here is I put a black emblem in. I've got some black ones. These are like anodized ones. I think they call them anodized. One, so I've been using the gold ones, the brass ones quite often, and then I've got the 4 screw holes in here again. I actually think this isn't a bad idea, really, when you come across this scenario where you're obviously screwing the face plate to your work, and you come across this problem sometimes. Basically, all I've done is just basically drilled out the holes and filled them with the milliput. Put it back on the lathe and finished it that way, and actually turns out quite nice, if you can see that. Quite a nice little finish, really. So it's kind of like a little design effect in there, instead of it being a problem that you're trying to overcome. Although you're doing that, you're overcoming the problem as well, which is ideal. Yeah, that's not too bad, considering this was like a you know, a bit of wood that was hanging around. I've got the little button in there again, just as a little finishing touch. I like kind of using these buttons and things, as you've seen. Just gives it a little bit of an extra kind of something, really, which I think is ideal. So yeah, I'm pretty pleased with it, really. Lid fits on okay. Doesn't come off. It's not tight, but it's ideal. Sort of not a bad fit. These are quite nice woods, and this using this Sheila Wax stuff, absolutely fantastic. Really shines it up. Not wax, one about friction polish is what it is. Yeah, I hope you like it. Short video, this one, hopefully. I don't know yet because I haven't edited it. But just something really that I thought I've seen it hanging around in the garage. I've seen it hanging around in the garage. I'm all over the place today. I've seen it hanging around the shed for a while, and I thought, well, you know, rather than it go to waste, let's make something of it. So there we go. I'll put some stills up at the end as always. Hope you like it. Please like it. If you do, share and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And thanks again to all my new subscribers.